My name is Leona Shell, and I'm the founder of Unredded. I wanted to go ahead and share the 5 mistakes that people make when they start unreading their lives and start going and directing their life into the life that they desire. Most of this is learned from my own experience and also through some research. So I'm going to go ahead and share that with you, and I hope that this helps. I hope that this helps you be like, okay, so this is normal with doing something new, and I can overcome this, because you can. All right. So let's dive in. Mistake number 1. Most people give up on unreading their lives because it's too uncomfortable. And I totally get this completely. So I'm going to share something with you. Forbes shares that according to the US News, 80% of people give up on their New Year's resolutions within the second week of February. Yeah. So I used to call myself the 2-week wonder. Because I had a habit, a really bad habit of giving up after 2 weeks because of this exact thing. It was either too uncomfortable physically, mostly like exercise and a healthier living style. And Forbes shares quite a few other reasons why, but I wanted to point out this number 1 reason. And I truly, really believe that it has to do with your mindset, because if it's uncomfortable for you, which it will be, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, it can, and you allow that discomfort to rule over what you're trying to do, it all has to do with your mindset, because you're going to have to overcome that. So I'll let you know that being uncomfortable is a very common thing. If you're starting to meal plan, if you're starting to pray, if you're starting to, seek out a higher power, if you're starting in sobriety, if you're starting in exercising or paying off debt, maybe have less screen time, whether it's on your phone or your TV. Like, it's going to be uncomfortable because we have these habits already created after years and months, and so of course it's going to be uncomfortable when you go and reach for your phone and you're like, oh, now what do I do? Now how do I entertain myself? Right? So embracing that it'll be uncomfortable until it is your new standard will set you up, and it will set your mind up right for doing these new things in your life. Mistake number 2. They have too high of expectations for themselves. So let's say you've never jogged, and all of a sudden you want to jog 3 miles. That's a pretty high expectation. And you may be able to do it the first couple of days or not. But you're setting the bar way too high, when really you should just start out with maybe 5 minutes. Maybe down the road to the stop sign, as long as it's not 3 miles, you know what I mean? Let's say you want to start getting up earlier. Well, if you're used to getting up at 8, it's going to be really hard for you to get up at 5 a.m., right? So you need to work up to that. I have 2 quotes here to help with that. I love them. I think they're fantastic. Oh, I'm wrong. That's for mistake number 3. All right, so let's get on to mistake number 3. Being impatient and wanting the results now. Oh, I'm so called out on this one. This is like something I struggle with majorly. And I have a mentor, and she recently shared with me that wanting something and wanting something now is like a toddler mentality. Ugh. And I have a toddler. So I get the what she's talking about. I totally do, because I'm in that. And so here is a quote and a Bible verse to kind of go with that. This is from an anonymous person. Impatience can cause wise people to do foolish things. And isn't that true? If you are wanting to save for the vacation of your dreams, or you're wanting to pay off debt, but you have to have that skirt or that dress or whatever it is that's going to take that money away from where you originally wanted to put it, whatever your dream is, it's foolish, right? Here's another quote. Impatience for victory guarantees defeat. So again, that's the the impatience, wanting the immediate satisfaction. And then here's a Bible verse, Proverbs 21:5. The plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty. All right. Mistake number 4, unwilling to trial and error. This was a huge epiphany to me when I started changing things up in my life, because I was done. I was done with the way it was. But I would get really, really upset with myself if something didn't work out. I've been doing this since 2013, really hitting it hard in 2014. And it dawned on me that I need to do trial and error, because even in different seasons. So like when we cut down on our grocery list, I was doing $80 to $100 a week on groceries after we cut it down for 2 people. Well, now we have 3. Well, actually we have 4, but one's a toddler and the other one is 6 months old. So that one's starting to eat now, you know. So our food budget is going to increase a little, right? So it's trial and error. It's trying to figure it out and figuring out what works for you. That brings you peace and that doesn't stress you out, but helps you do what it is that you want to do. If you want to work out, maybe falling off the wagon, getting back on. Just because you fall off the wagon doesn't mean you can't get back on the next day. You know, grace, willingness for trial and error, huge. All right, so number 5. This is almost over, you guys, but I swear, realizing these things will help set up your mindset to move forward. They don't believe that they can follow through. Dude, Yep. I was someone who did not believe I could follow through with anything. I really didn't. You know, and I went to a couple business seminars and she's like, your best investment you can make in yourself, the best investment you can make is in yourself. And I was like, well, yeah, but I'm not amazing. Like I can't follow through. So that investment, the investment in myself is, it's kaput. You know, I didn't believe that I could do anything. You know what I mean? And, yeah, I have here, I didn't believe I could heal my marriage. I didn't believe I could get sober. I didn't believe I could stick out to a workout routine. I didn't believe that I could pay off over $70,000 in debt. I didn't believe that I could create this blog, do videos like this for you guys, or create a savings account. And I've done all those things. So really, you need to look back and look at things that you have followed through on. Maybe it's something minor, something you think is minor, which is really a big deal. One example I really like to give is a recipe. Are you able to finish a recipe? That's my son. Are you able to finish a recipe? Maybe you're not a cook. Are you able to follow directions to find somewhere that you want to go? Maybe you want to go to a restaurant. Maybe have you flown anywhere? Have you, said, I want to go here and here on this day, and you completed that task? Like, you can do this. You really can when you put things into that perspective. So look at the things, write them down. Write down all the things that you have done, just like I did here, to show myself and to remind myself what I am capable of following through on. And then that's how you'll overcome these mistakes. And that's how you'll continue to keep moving your life in the direction that you want it to go. All right. See ya.